The Toyota Corolla Cross just got a massive makeover for 2026, and it's aiming to shake up the small SUV game in a way no one saw coming. Think of it as the baby sibling to the RAV4, but this time with sharper styling, smarter tech, and a package that feels a lot more refined than before. Toyota is pitching it as the affordable do-it-all crossover, but here's the real twist. Could this mini RAV4 actually leapfrog the Honda HR-V and become the new favorite in America's hottest car segment? Stick around. We're about to find out. The Corolla nameplate has long been one of Toyota's biggest success stories, known worldwide as the go-to choice for reliability and value. In recent years, though, Toyota has realized that American buyers are more interested in crossovers than sedans, which is why the Corolla Cross exists. Think of it as Toyota's way of giving Corolla shoppers a taste of SUV practicality, without forcing them into the bigger, pricier RAV4. Now, fast forward to 2026, and this model is getting its first major refresh. On the outside, Toyota has sharpened the design so it looks less like a Corolla on stilts, and more like a bold compact SUV in its own right. Inside, you'll notice Toyota has tightened up the cabin with more tech and subtle but important quality upgrades aimed at keeping pace with rivals. And speaking of rivals, this refresh couldn't come at a more crucial time. The small crossover market has exploded in the US, with options like the Honda HR-V, Hyundai Kona, and Mazda CX-30 crowding the field. These buyers want affordable pricing, efficient engines, and modern tech. No compromises. If Toyota doesn't bring its A game, shoppers can easily look elsewhere. That's why this updated Corolla Cross matters. It's not just another facelift. It's Toyota making a serious push to dominate one of the most competitive corners of the market. But does it actually deliver the goods this time? Or is the Honda HR-V still the smarter bet? Let's break it down and find out. From the outside, the 2026 Toyota Corolla Cross no longer blends quietly into the background like it once did. Toyota has dialed up the styling with a meaner-looking front grille, sharper LED headlights, and an overall stance that finally feels SUV-ready instead of hatchback on tiptoes. Park it next to the outgoing version, and it's almost shocking how much more modern it looks, like the once quiet kid in high school suddenly showing up senior year with confidence and a new haircut. Step inside, and you'll notice Toyota listened carefully to the feedback on the first-gen model. The dashboard now features a cleaner, more horizontal design with higher quality trim. The touchscreen jumps out, not literally, of course, but with either an 8-inch standard display or an available 10.5-inch screen on higher trims. It avoids the low-rent feel critics pointed out before. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are here, plus Toyota's latest infotainment software that actually feels quick instead of sluggish. And yes, the wireless charging pad finally fits large modern phones instead of wobbling around like a game of will it charge. Space is still a strong point. Rear seat legroom is surprisingly decent for a small crossover, and the cargo area swallows weekend trip gear without protest. Fold the seats flat, and suddenly Costco runs feel way less like a puzzle challenge. Compared to the Honda HR-V, the Corolla Cross still edges out in overall cargo practicality, though the Honda's interior materials feel a touch more premium. Performance-wise, Toyota keeps things realistic rather than radical. The base model carries a naturally aspirated 2.0-liter four-cylinder, punching out about 169 horsepower. It's not going to light your hair on fire, but the refreshed CVT tuning makes acceleration feel less drone-like than before. For folks who want something more ambitious, the hybrid version is the real headline. With a bump to nearly 200 horsepower and serious fuel economy, well into the 40 miles per gallon range, it suddenly changes the conversation. Imagine commuting daily, running errands, even doing road trips, and filling up way less often than your neighbors. That's where Toyota quietly schools most competitors. Ride quality remains one of Toyota's calling cards, forgiving over potholes, comfortable for long highway stretches, and just composed enough in corners to avoid feeling sloppy. You're not buying this to carve canyons, but you also won't dread curvy backroads. Advanced driver assistance tech, lane keeping assist, adaptive cruise, auto emergency braking come standard, reinforcing Toyota's image as a brand that earns your trust over time. So far, everything sounds like Toyota nailed the refresh checklist. But here's the wrinkle. Pricing and trim packages can complicate things. Stick to the mid-level trims, where you get the bigger screen, safety tech, and some nicer cabin materials. And the Corolla Cross feels like a sweet deal. Push into top trims, however, and you're brushing right up against RAV4 territory. At that point, some buyers may find themselves tempted to just go bigger. Now, the real question is, do all these updates finally give the Corolla Cross enough personality to fend off the Honda HR-V, with its stylish design and improving practicality? And does Toyota's hybrid advantage outweigh the HR versus slightly cheaper sticker price? Those are the battles we'll tackle in the highlights and drawbacks section. And trust me, the answers may surprise you. Here's where things get interesting. On paper, the Corolla Cross hybrid promises efficiency, decent power, and Toyota reliability. But behind the wheel, it actually pulls off something I didn't expect. It feels genuinely lively for a small crossover. Merging onto the highway doesn't leave you sweating bullets, and in city traffic it zips around with a confidence that frankly leaves the base gas model in the dust. Toyota's hybrid system has matured so much that you almost forget it's sipping fuel at nearly twice the efficiency of some rivals. That's a twist most shoppers won't see coming. Now, against the Honda HR-V, the turning point becomes crystal clear. The HR-V brings sleek styling and a more upscale feeling cabin, yes, but once you actually drive it, the Corolla Cross Hybrid makes the Honda feel sluggish and thirsty in comparison. The Honda's CVT moans under load, while Toyota's system is smooth, balanced, and just more refined in real-world driving. It's the moment the Corolla Cross goes from safe pick to serious contender. And here's the thing. In this segment, buyers often sacrifice fun for practicality. Yet Toyota manages to sneak in just enough responsiveness that casual commuters and small families won't feel like they've settled for boring. That's a turning point. This refresh isn't just about sharper headlights or bigger screens. It's proof Toyota listened to its critics and delivered something you actually look forward to driving. But of course, no fairy tale is perfect. Push hard into higher trims, and suddenly that tempting, affordable mini RAV4 label starts feeling less affordable. And while Toyota nailed efficiency and comfort, Honda still has an edge if premium feel interior materials are your deal breaker. So, is the Corolla Cross finally the new king of small SUVs? Or is Honda still lurking with a counterpunch? Let's cut through the fluff and deliver the real buying advice next. So, where does that leave us with the 2026 Toyota Corolla Cross? Honestly, this refresh transforms it from an okay, safe choice into one of the stronger picks in the compact crossover class. The sharper styling finally gives it presence. The hybrid model delivers excellent power and class-leading efficiency, and Toyota's safety tech boosts the trust factor shoppers already expect from the brand. It's practical, comfortable, and now, surprisingly, just a little bit fun. But let's stay balanced. The base engine is still underwhelming if you need quick passing power, and once you climb into the higher trims, the sticker price starts brushing up against bigger, roomier options like the RAV4. Interior materials are improved, but not quite at Honda or Mazda levels. So if upscale vibes matter most to you, the HR-V might tug harder at your heart. For buyers who prioritize value, reliability, and long-term affordability, especially commuters and small families, the Corolla Cross, particularly in hybrid form, makes the most sense. If you want style-forward design and a bit more luxury feel for short urban trips, the Honda HR-V still earns its keep. In that way, these two don't just compete. They appeal to slightly different personalities. Zooming out to the bigger US market, this refresh signals that Toyota is doubling down on the crossover craze, giving young buyers and downsizing households a taste of RAV4 practicality, Corolla simplicity. It's also more proof that hybrids are quickly becoming the new baseline, not just a fancy upgrade. Expect competitors to follow suit or risk falling behind. So here's the bottom line. If you've been waiting for a Corolla Cross that's more than just okay, the 2026 refresh delivers. But what do you think? Does Toyota's mini RAV4 finally earn its spot at the top? Or does the HR-V still have the edge? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share this video so more car lovers can join the conversation.